Bob Lazar is an American physicist born on January 26, 1959, in Coral Gables, Florida. He gained notoriety in 1989 after claiming in an interview with investigative reporter George Knapp on Las Vegas TV station Kloss that he worked as a physicist at a secret facility called S4 near Area 51 from 1988 to 1989. According to Lazar, S4 was used for reverse engineering extraterrestrial spacecraft, and he claimed to have seen 9 different flying saucers and worked on their propulsion systems, which allegedly used an anti-gravity reactor powered by an element called 115, which at the time was not discovered. His claims brought significant public attention to Area 51 and fueled conspiracy theories about government cover-ups of alien technology. One day, according to Lazar, he took a small group of people, including his then-wife Tracy, his friend Gene Huff, and others, to a spot near Groom Lake Road, outside the Area 51 perimeter, on multiple occasions, specifically Wednesday nights, when he alleged test flights of the craft occurred. On one trip, March 22, 1989, he claimed they saw a glowing object performing extraordinary maneuvers. On a later trip, April 5, 1989, he and his group were reportedly detained by security personnel, questioned, and released, after which Lazar said he was reprimanded by his employers and his security clearance was revoked. He claims to hold master's degrees in physics from MIT and electronics from Caltech, but neither institution has any record of him. Lazar has suggested that the government erased his records. In 1982, before Area 51, S4 job, Bob Lazar gained local attention in Los Alamos, New Mexico, for modifying a 1979 Honda Civic hatchback to run on a jet engine, as detailed in a Los Alamos Monitor article from June 27, 1982, titled, "LA Man Joins the Jet Set at 200 miles an hour." The car, nicknamed Flame and Thunder, with a custom California license plate, Jet UBET, was powered by a stainless steel and titanium jet engine burning liquid propane, capable of producing up to 1,600 pounds of thrust, though reduced to 800 pounds for safety. The car reportedly achieved speeds over 200 miles per hour during tests at a dry lake bed near Los Angeles, though the Honda's frame wasn't designed for such velocities, making it a daring experiment. After the Area 51 S4 disclosure, Lazar developed a system to power internal combustion engines with hydrogen, aiming to create a cleaner alternative to gasoline. Lazar's system involves converting a standard gasoline-powered vehicle to run on hydrogen gas, which he produces via electrolysis, separating hydrogen from water using electricity, ideally from renewable sources like solar panels. The hydrogen is stored in tanks containing a hydride compound, which allows for more efficient storage compared to gaseous or liquid hydrogen. When heated, the hydride releases the hydrogen, which is then combusted in the engine to power the vehicle. Lazar claims his converted Corvette achieves a range of approximately 400 to 450 miles on a single tank of hydrogen, with the ability to switch back to gasoline for extended travel. In a 2008 video and subsequent interviews, such as one with visual effects supervisor John Farhat, Lazar explained that his system uses a home-based hydrogen generator powered by solar energy. The refueling process is slow, designed to fill the car's tanks overnight, similar to charging an electric vehicle. He argues this setup is environmentally friendly, producing only water vapor as an emission, and could reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Lazar's approach stands out for its use of hydride storage, which avoids the challenges of storing hydrogen as a gas, requiring large tanks, or liquid, needing extremely low temperatures. He has claimed to use lithium, 6-deuteride, a regulated material, to enhance storage efficiency, even building a particle accelerator to harvest it, an extraordinary claim that adds to his eccentric reputation. The system is designed as a conversion kit, potentially allowing any internal combustion engine vehicle to run on hydrogen, making it a hybrid of sorts that can revert to gasoline when hydrogen is unavailable.
All right, so you found a way to store a lot more hydrogen in hydride, the equivalent of a full tank of gas. You want to fill up your car, how much hydride do you need?
Well, I'll show you. Yeah, that's the volume it takes to store enough hydrogen to propel this car close to 400 miles. Just about what it gets running on a full tank of gas.
Wow.
And it's a lot safer than gasoline.
Really?
Yeah, these tanks can be shot at with incendiary bullets or cut in half with a chainsaw, and you could throw a match on them, they just smolder like a cigarette. And you can't say that about a gas tank. Here, only the hydrogen that you need is released from the tank. When the tank's heated, it produces hydrogen and the car burns it. So there's never much gaseous hydrogen in the system at any given time.
So these are the fuel lines? No, what are these?
These are this provides power to the heater in the tank and also reads back the temperature of the tank.
Why is that important?
Well, when you apply heat to hydride, it releases hydrogen. So as power is applied to here, it heats the hydride,
right,
and then the gas comes out the big hoses on the end.
Yeah, you have 4 hoses. Do they all mix into one big hose or something?
Because you can only get hydrogen out of hydride at a certain rate with a certain temperature. And a single tank, you can't get it out at the volume you need. So you really just split it into 4 smaller units, heat them separately, and
Lazar's story has remained influential in UFO circles. He was featured in the 2018 documentary Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, directed by Jeremy Corbell, and appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience, reiterating his claims. Supporters point to details like his mention of element 115 before its official discovery in 2003, and his name appearing in a 1982 Los Alamos phone directory as evidence of his credibility.
Do you know how fast this craft might fly?
Well, it's because of the way that the craft operates. It's kind of the question really doesn't make sense because it's a gravitational propelled device. And we know gravity bends time and bends space, distorts time and distorts space. When you move in a linear mode, you travel X distance in so much time, which is what determines your velocity. However, if you're distorting time and distorting the distance, the equation no longer makes sense. It's nonsense. So essentially, because of the gravitational propulsion of the device, you can move at tremendous distances almost instantaneously.
Did you ever figure out, or did they tell you where this craft came from what system or whereabouts?
Well, there was documentation that they had, but it was something that I couldn't verify. I knew what I was working on because I got to analyze it and develop theories about it. But as far as information from other people, I don't know if the information's correct, but I assume most of it was. If in fact it was, they claim that the craft came from the Zeta Reticuli star system.